We're we're four performers who've gotten together and are taking this show to different universities during usually the beginning of the year, showing freshmen as a way to sort of start the conversation and to let people know about an issue that isn't necessarily always talked about.
Yeah, like when we flip to this poster that says rape definition, under rape definition in all your programs, you're gonna find some facts.
Like rape is forced sexual intercourse.
Acquaintance rape is when the victim knows the rapist.
Stranger rape is when they don't.
In most states, rape is considered a first-degree felony.
Some states have a no means no law, which means if she says no, then it's rape.
You know, it's great for, schools like this. It's a very different way to get the message across for the kids not only to have a good time, but also learn a lesson. I guess basically what had happened, it was in the early stages of Equalogy, they realized that lectures weren't exactly doing the job. People were falling asleep or they would lose interest right away. So they teamed up with a playwright, August Schulenberg, who wrote this play. And it's very funny to start off the play. It's very comical. Everybody's having a good time there to party. These kids can relate to that. Oh God, I'm so ashamed.
So am I.
Oh man, I've been training for that for so long. I gotta thank my coach, Jack Daniels, my buddy, Weiser, and my Uncle Sam Adams.
They're laughing along, and by doing that, they don't realize it, but they're getting to know these characters, and they're getting involved in their lives, so that when something serious does actually happen, they have a real, visceral reaction to it.
Let's toast to Jess and I getting freaky tonight.
Sure, if by Jess you mean your left hand dressed up to look like Jess. Let's toast.
Let's get freaky. All right.
There are 2 points in the play where we stop the action and we sit down and we ask the audience to ask us questions. They can really ask us anything.
People they're usually a little shocked. Like, wait, you want us to talk now? To you? But you're the actors.
Am I gonna have sex with Will? I don't think so. I mean, I'm sure we'll make out a little bit. Like, I'm not an idiot. Like, I know when we go upstairs, like, what he has in mind. But, we're graduating. I don't really want a one-night stand.
I know that I think a year ago or a few years ago, a football player at Virginia Tech was accused of rape, and shortly thereafter, our play went there. And it did not go over well. Apparently, I was not a part of it, but I know someone who was, and they said that during some of the more sensitive moments of the play, these guys were actually applauding and siding with Will, who plays the rapist.
You know you wanted me. I don't care how many times you said no, but if you dress like that, you flirt like that, and you kiss like that, it means yes.
But I would say that the girls get the toughest questions, and it's usually from other girls that are like, why didn't you do something to stop this? Don't you think you knew this was coming? Stuff like that. And those, I think, are really like the tough ones to answer.
So if I was going to make your question more concise, what I would say is that what was the time frame between when I said no and between when I had sex?
And did you have any opportunities to leave?
I did say no. And I did fight back, and I absolutely would have kicked him nuts if I did try to, because that's a really good idea. It's like the first thing mom tells, kick him in the nuts. But he actually didn't use a condom. He didn't really give me that time, so that was cool of him. But like if someone who was like on top of me and I was scared, and I did try to fight back, and I did say no a lot, and I did scream.
The acquaintance rape is something that people don't talk about. The fact that that certain people have raped their best friends. It happens. And then they don't call it rape. They don't recognize